Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 2019 went on sale for $6 yesterday and immediately had more concurrent Steam players than Black Ops 7 and Warzone combined. A 6-year-old game, $6, more players than the current entry in the franchise, and the free-to-play Battle Royale that replaced it, both at the same time, combined. That's not a roast, that's a crime scene, and Activision is the one who has to explain it. On March 19th, 2026, Modern Warfare 2019 was part of the Steam Spring Sale, where the price dropped to just $6, a 90% discount from its original $59.99 price tag. The game was averaging less than 1,000 players before the sale. After the price dropped, it shot up the charts immediately and hit 30,533 concurrent players. Black Ops 7 currently has a 24-hour peak of 74,782 on Steam, but at that moment of comparison, Modern Warfare 2019 was sitting above the live Warzone and Black Ops 7 numbers simultaneously. Let that picture sit in your brain for a second. The current Call of Duty, the flagship annual release, the one Activision spent hundreds of millions of dollars developing and marketing, and the free-to-play Battle Royale that costs nothing to download and play, together, both of them losing in live player count to a game from 2019 that somebody was selling for the price of a fast food combo meal. It's like if McDonald's released a new burger and more people drove past it to go eat a $6 Wendy's from 2019 that had been sitting in the parking lot the whole time. The new product exists, people just don't want it as much as the old one that suddenly became extremely cheap. Black Ops 7 has a Metacritic user score of 1.8 out of 10. It comes from 661 user reviews, with 570 of them being negative. 1.8. That makes it the lowest rated Call of Duty in the franchise's history by user score, beating out the previous record holder, Modern Warfare 3, from 2023. The franchise has managed to set a new personal worst 2 years in a row. That's a specific kind of consistency that takes real dedication. The reviews themselves are a fascinating read. One says, what was once the best and most immersive war game on any console has turned into a cash grab, AI and skins focused nightmare. Another says, buying this game was quite literally the worst use of money I have ever made in my 22 years of being alive. 22 years on Earth, multiple opportunities to make poor financial decisions, and buying Black Ops 7 ranks number 1 on the list. Campaign went viral on social media for being called brain rot, specifically a boss fight where you fight a giant Michael Rooker that people compared to Skibidi Toilet. I want to be clear that I'm not making that up. Call of Duty campaign boss fight was compared to Skibidi Toilet by a lot of people independently. That's not one person being dramatic. That's a consensus forming organically that the campaign had reached a specific level of unhinged that even COD fans weren't prepared for. Black Ops 7 actually declined in player count in December, just 1 month after launch, dropping to 43,569 players at its lowest. During the holiday season, when new games typically see an influx of players because people get consoles and gift cards for Christmas, the game managed to lose players during the one time of year when it should be gaining them. That's not a bad launch, that's a reverse launch. It launched going backwards. Now here's what makes Modern Warfare 2019 surging back at this specific moment genuinely interesting rather than just funny. There are heavy rumors that Call of Duty 2026 is going to be Modern Warfare 4, a direct continuation of the 2019 reboot story. So people who buy the $6 sale are not just buying nostalgia, they're buying homework. They're catching up on the lore and the characters in the campaign before the next entry potentially continues it, which means the sale time is actually somewhat strategic, and the player surge is not purely a statement about how bad Black Ops 7 is, even though it is also completely that. Modern Warfare 2019 wasn't just a reboot, it was a foundational shift in the franchise. New engine, completely different feel from everything that came before it, gunplay that changed how the series controlled, and it's a game that introduced Warzone. Warzone, the free-to-play battle royale that Black Ops 7 is currently losing a concurrent player count comparison to, would not exist without Modern Warfare 2019. The game that is now $6 built the free-to-play game that still can't beat it when the price drops low enough. Call of Duty at its peak pulled 54.5 million active users. During the Modern Warfare 3 cycle in 2023, that dropped to 20.8 million. During Black Ops 6, it dropped slightly more to 20.6 million. And with Black Ops 7 performing worse commercially and critically than either of those, the numbers have almost certainly continued declining. The franchise has been bleeding players for years, and each new entry has been less successful at stopping the bleeding than the one before it. It's like a company that keeps releasing band-aids to fix a situation that needs surgery. And then their best-selling product turns out to be the band-aid they made in 2019 that went on clearance for $6. A decent chunk of the declining player base has been migrating to Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders, both of which are pulling strong numbers. The shooter market that Call of Duty used to dominate so completely that it was basically the only option has now diversified to the point where people have real alternatives. And when those alternatives exist, and the new COD has a 1.8 Metacritic user score and a campaign compared to Skibidi Toilet, players make different choices. The most alarming version of this story for Activision isn't the meme. It's the trajectory. The game's post-launch content has been failing to pull players back. Seasonal updates that used to generate reliable re-engagement spikes are not working the way they used to. The franchise has been relying on the fact that Call of Duty players always come back. Every year, even if they say they're done. Because there's nothing else like it at that scale. And that assumption is being tested right now in a way it hasn't been seen before. Because there are now things at the scale that aren't it. If Modern Warfare 4 is actually what's coming in 2026, and it's actually good, this is a funny data point in a larger comeback story. But if it's not, if it follows the same creative trajectory as Modern Warfare 3 2023 and Black Ops 7, then the $6 sales surge is going to look less like a nostalgic warm-up and more like the moment players started saying goodbye to the franchise by going back to the last time they felt good about it. $6, 90% off, more concurrent players than the current game and the free one combined. It's a drastic jump in interest, given that Modern Warfare 2019 was averaging less than 1,000 players before the sale. The franchise built Warzone on the foundation of Modern Warfare 2019. And right now, 30,000 people went back to that foundation because the current building on top of it doesn't feel worth the full price of admission. That's pretty much the whole story.